Another thing I'll note is if we're in the offensive zone at this point, and let's say we've done a dump and chase method, and we've had a winger who was previously up here, and he dumped it in, and our center went to go grab it, and now our center's down here. Our winger's going down and supporting him, right, in case something happens, right? Because most likely their defenseman's going to go and try and get it. So we get two guys to pressure. The other winger is going to be hanging out right up here, kind of like right in that little slot. I call it like kind of like the bumper area. And that's kind of where it's going to be. Everything's going to be kind of like starting. This is where the play develops, basically. And so once we have a puck, once we've won the battle to grab the puck, the best thing to do from here is start a cycle game. The cycle game is what is deadly. It is a deadly play because it gets players of the opposition to start chasing or start getting flat-footed. Because if you're constantly playing the cycle game, it's really, really hard to defend because it's made to exhaust the opposition. Especially if you're playing defense on this, it is extremely exhausting to have to basically cover a player the entire time while they're playing a giant cycle board game. Essentially what that is the cycle game is really fun. It's really easy too. The cycle game is, let's say the center has the puck and we had that winger that's supporting him. He wins the puck, right? And we have our winger up here. Well, what this means is the center now has the puck. He's going to start creeping his way a little bit more up ice. And this winger is gonna also start moving this direction as well. The center is going to start drawing players towards him. And the second he feels pressure from someone, this winger is going to come drop in where that center is. And he's going to basically drop the puck where this winger's at. And then basically all you're doing is you're just cycling the puck around like this. It basically playing pass and keep away. And what's going on is you're now forcing the opposition to focus so heavily on this end here. What they're going to end up forgetting is that once we force enough people in this corner, it's always good to keep your head up when we're doing this, is that once we force probably three guys at least down in this corner, it's most likely the play's going to be so focused here that they're going to forget that there's a defenseman up here that's sliding down this slot. They're also going to forget that once we've kind of transitioned and rotated the puck so many times by dropping it, drawing another player, dropping it, drawing another player, dropping it, and we're going to be doing that over and over. And eventually, there's a winger right here, a defenseman right here, there's a defenseman up here. So eventually what's going to happen is once you draw enough players, you can send the puck either right in this slot and send a puck right on net, and this defenseman's going to drop in as well to take a shot, and he'll go in for the follow-up, right? Or you send it up to this defenseman sends it over, he fires it on net, and now everybody's crashing the net after that. So that will give you an idea of what the cycle game looks like. It is absolutely deadly. It is insane. This is what we did in juniors, and of course, if let's say we're not getting them to bite, right? Let's say they've seen the cycle game and they're not really feeling it. They're just watching us do this, which most likely this won't be in our case because players don't do this in C League. But let's say they're not really following along with this. Let's say the other team doesn't seem to be biting on this too much. Well, what you can also do is send the puck over here on this side and get the team to start moving the other direction. What happens? Then this winger is going to end up being really free because there's no one over here except for him. That's why he's kind of up here in the slot. He's going to end up going down here and grabbing the puck. Then what happens? Well, then, of course, same thing. This once the center goes and drops over there, he's going to basically go over here. Winger's going to get it. So now we have our center here, winger here, and then this winger's going to take his spot, right? So now we have a winger down here. This winger moves over to this spot. So now this winger's over here, right? And now we're doing the cycle game all over again. So then the winger drops it back, center grabs it, and then we're doing a whole another cycle, right? Where winger, center, and winger are just same thing. They're going in cycles and they're just dropping the puck, right? And then this defenseman again is supporting, and this defenseman up here is kind of supporting over here on this end. Once we again get enough pressure, we get enough of these players to start biting on this, once you'll notice how easy it is to exhaust other teams once you start doing this. It almost works instantaneously because players get really tired of chasing, so then they get exhausted. They don't want to chase anymore. Then they get caught flat-footed, and then we can get our defenseman to start dropping in right here. We can start getting a defenseman to start pressuring a little bit more and start collapsing in on them, basically pressuring them into basically cornering them into a position they don't want to be in. And then, of course, then we can start firing it on net. Now we got 3 people following up on that shot for a rebound. That is a cycle game. That is extremely deadly, especially I think if we do that today or tomorrow, I guarantee it will be like watching a whole new team play. And I guarantee we'll probably score 3 or 4 goals doing that. So hopefully this helps.